If y'all paying attention, you seeing these people absolutely falling apart. I mean, absolutely falling apart. Them people know. Now remember, it's been maybe a few months back, and I had said something to the effect that we're gonna have these people trying to change their doctrine. They don't have a choice. They got to change it. Right? Because, but like I said, the situation has come now to where the whole world knows there's a difference between the carnal doctrine and the spiritual doctrine, right? So that means all of those purveyors of that carnal foolishness now realize that nobody don't believe in it no more, right?
Nobody.
And they got the people standing in line like a bucket brigade trying to put water on that fire that's tearing up their doctrine right now, right? So again, the only way that they can survive is they got to convince everybody that they already had the doctrine. All right.
We got an oblation. It just popped up.
Oh, really?
Dude named Dexter.
What did it say?
He says, I want to see, can y'all hear me good?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
He said, I want to see out of the scriptures where God out of his own mouth says it's wrong to marry a white woman. Please don't use Tobit 4:12. So all the heathen nations surrounding Israel were white people. So he wants to know about marrying other nations. That just came up right now.
Yeah, I mean, all the progenitors married.
All the progenitors married.
All the progenitors married. Who did they marry? Dean?
Right.
I mean, and she was a doctor.
Yeah.
Represents a doctor. So who all are married?
Well, Moses was married to an Ethiopian.
Right.
Look, bro. Come on, bro.
They figuring it out. They figuring it out.
Yeah, they know. They know.
That just came up right now.
You know, and it's wonderful because at the end of the day, those guys they've had all of the people in bondage for a very long time, right? It took a lot of people losing a whole lot of stuff to the point now where they sitting up in there saying, don't call us, don't come up in here asking us how to run your marriage and all that other, because they seen, right? All that stuff that they've been using in like, what they use? 1 Corinthians 7 and all that other stuff. They've been using that stuff to tell them people, this how you supposed to run your marriage. Oh, you know, he can cheat on you, but you can't cheat on him. You just have to forgive him. You know, but you're gonna have to stick it out. You know, you can't divorce him.
Yeah, you can't divorce him, and if you do divorce, you can't remarry.
Right. If you remarry again, then you are an adulteress, and the guy that married you an adulteress.
Right.
So you know all of that stuff, but it ain't talking about humans. It's talking about doctors. Yeah. Now people starting to figure that stuff out, and they're gonna get it too. These guys, what they're doing is they're scared to death. So they telling people, don't ask us for, well, I think Bishop Nathaniel said something about some lady asked him about, her husband gave her HIV, what should I do? Don't come up here asking us them kinds of questions. See, y'all went and took the position to tell them people what to do. When the Most High, notice, we don't get up in here and tell nobody what to do. What we tell them people is, according to 2 or 3 precepts, that's what that means. Now, it's up to you to do whatever you want to do with it. But we went and we explained to you what the scriptures mean. That's the job of the prophet. The prophet's job ain't to tell nobody what to do. That ain't his job. Everybody got free will to follow whatever it is that they want to do. But if they want to be in compliance with the Most High, this is 2 or 3 precepts that show you this what he actually saying. That's it. That's
and
the
wait, and here's the thing on those 2 or 3 precepts. Because they could bring them carnally 2 and 3. They have to be burned with the fire. They got to wait a fire on them.
Yes, exactly.
We got to burn the fire. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what they're finding out, right, is that there's a disadvantage in having all of these people following you as king, because you got to be responsible for those people when things go wrong. Now, I'm not saying we don't care about our audience. That's not what I'm saying. But if something happened with you in your life, at most we can say take it to the Lord and pray. Because we all us struggling to keep these lights on. So we ain't got no money to give you. The most we can do is give you a refund for what you paid. Notice there's been no transaction. So I mean, we're gonna be kind of short in the coffers, you know. So we don't do that. We don't involve ourselves in buying and selling with people and trying to get people to do these high holy days and all that other stuff, because the Most High ain't told us to do that. We had a member who was gracious enough to purchase these shirts that y'all see us in. Out of the goodness of that person's heart, they said, well, I'll cover it because I want all of us to be uniform. That's about it. That's about it. And we truly appreciate that gesture. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we ain't got no, well, you know, everybody got to chip in. No, we ain't got to chip in on nothing. Because the Most High said it's free.
GoFundMe. Ain't no GoFundMe, none of that.
That's right. But whenever you start getting up into that money, then them people start saying, well, you know, I paid my money, I ought to get a certain service. Right? And that ain't the prophet job to be messing with that money. The prophet job is to explain what the thing means. Right? And whenever the prophet mess around and he ends up not being able to fulfill them obligations that them people paid for, they start trying to get up in there and they start crawfishing. They start backing up, say, well, you know, we never said this and we never said that. Right? But we got a particular prophet who, you know, it's sad. You know, when you have a guy who's you know, he finds out that he's following the wrong doctrine, and he does the honorable thing, and he leaves, right? Doesn't make a whole bunch of fanfare. He leaves, right? He's gone for over a year. Now, unfortunately, Eythan was induced to come back, right? And so in order to come back, you got to prove that you down with the crew that you left, because everybody looking at you sideways. Is he really there? Is he fronting? So sometimes you'll go overboard to try and prove that you down with the crew, right? And what he did, right, is he started lying, right? At the end of the day, whenever you see us up here talking, right, the only way you know that we telling the truth is because we got 2 or 3.
That's it.
You able to weigh the fire to see whether or not them 2 or 3 is spiritual or not. The only way that we can tell that they lying is if we see their lips move, because that's all they do. It's lying, right? So now, Elder Yohanan, he went and he was so kind as to, you know, he used his old Wayback Machine or whatever you want to call it. And he was able to record this man teaching a class yesterday, you know, and, you know, they know now that Where's that scripture at, Elder Samuel? When Most High tell Ezekiel to eat that dung of men.
That's chapter,
Is it
I think it's chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Ezekiel, 4.
Let's go over there, because we always want to be in compliance with these old laws and stuff, right? So you can see why we do what we do. We not stalking them, right? None of us is, wanting to be their friends so much that we have to follow them in this manner. But, sometimes you have to go out there and show somebody why you're saying what you're saying. All right.
Yeah, man, they something else, bro.
These guys, man, don't worry about it. We gonna make sure that everything is G to G with y'all. Y'all gonna be able to see that
13, Ezekiel 4 and 13.
Mm-hmm. The other Stephen, them old wives don't look like they use the word.
They are so simple, man.
Mm-hmm.
Did you record that about Eythan? Did you have him on there?
I got it. We're gonna get his words today. His words.
Good. Because when you sent that out, I said, yeah, let me go ahead and
I know you were ready now. Rarely do I catch you with your pants down now, boy.
Yeah, brother. I was thinking about my okra. I told my wife, I said, man, my okra finally broke ground. I planted some okra in the beginning. If you plant it too early, they don't get hot enough to come up.
Right.
Elder Stephen know this.
Yeah, it'd be stunning.
Yeah, but bro, this the longest it ever took me to grow some okra that broke the ground, man. It took me 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked out there, I said, thank you, Jesus. I can't even water my okra, bro, thinking about these thugs.
Yeah. But it's wonderful that it happened the way it happened.
Yeah.
Because the people, first of all, whenever you when you do your job, the Most High made us to watch, right? That don't mean we better than anybody, right? We ain't better than nobody.
That's right.
But he made us to watch. So, but in today's modern age, if you start calling folks out on the stuff that they doing, the first thing they want to do is call you a hater, right? And they want to assume that, because they got on them fine linens and, they got on them Bruno Marleys and all this other kind of stuff, driving in them nice, fresh...
Injustice League suits.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Injustice League.
Yeah.
Right.
Man, Jesus and them boys.
Yeah, I'm telling you. They up and down riding in those nice, sophisticated broughams and such, real upper middle language that they speak, upper middle neighborhoods. Mm-hmm. They think you're hating on them whenever you call them out with that lie, right? But what y'all don't understand about these lies, whenever you ignore those lies, right, and then you get down the road, right, and then you get shocked when something happened to you and you say to yourself, well, I never thought they would do that to me, right? And then you start to realize, but people been saying they've been lying for a long time. You might become emotionally disturbed enough to do something stupid, right? Because you done went down the road with somebody and then now you done found out that they're a liar and, oh, by the way, they didn't care about you either. But every time we get on here and we tell y'all about these people, the reason we're telling you is because the Most High said we had to call out their lies. All right. He specifically told the prophet what to do. Now they don't know what they're talking about, right? They teach this scripture we about to read to y'all. They teach it as the Most High made one of his prophets eat excrement. That's what they teach, right? And the Most High ain't about to do nothing foolish like that. But whenever you follow that carnal and you don't know what these words mean, right, you end up start teaching. And whenever you teach it and you say the Most High said it, that means you're lying. That's blasphemy of the Holy Ghost. But we're going to read this thing because it's a specific word that he using. It's a specific word he using that means something else. That's that word right there. It means something. But do you look, go ahead and what you say?
We go up to 11, so we know we get the idea of what we're saying.
Okay. Yeah. Probably go to 10.
Yeah, so I was looking at it too. 10's get the whole thought.
You look at the 10 too. Yeah, bro.
Let's go ahead and do this thing. So y'all see, the reason why we do what we do, it ain't cause we hate. It's obvious. We don't care what the numbers say. We know what they saying. They saying these people done started watching us. All right. We don't care about the numbers. But notice, listen, the ark is closed. We are not taking on any new members. All right. So if you have ambitions of being on this panel, we ain't got no openings. You can go on here. I know some of y'all done went and freshened up your resumes and all that other stuff. We ain't putting nobody else on this panel.
We built our own ark.
But here's a little secret. If you know the doctrine and you believe the doctrine, then you become hired of the Most High. That means you the watchman. It's a lot of elders out here. Man, go out there and start teaching your people. You ain't got to come ask us permission. The Most High the one gave you permission. We ain't the authority on who can teach and who can't. Now you get up there and start telling a bunch of damnable lies. Now we might say something about it, you know. But
then when we do, it's not to shame you.
No,
just to make sure that you're using the 2 or 3. That's all where you're not speaking your own words, that you're actually going to the scriptures and using the 2 or 3.
Exactly.
Because sometimes you will forget. Sometimes you start reading it carnally.
Yes, we talked about that last time. I thought I'd be sitting up there listening to the word, and I'm sitting there saying, "Oh Lord, I'm listening to it. Come, I need this. I need to translate it."
Right.
Yeah.
I need to translate it. But we're going to get our top-notch reader, man. I tell you, man, it's hard to find one as good as our esteemed colleague with elder status there. Elder Jariah, man. I tell you, man. Can everybody give him a hand? I'm there to tell you. That guy right there, man. Who's better than him?
Jariah.
Anderson, and Misha sitting up there like, yes.
That's when it comes to big words.
You know, the Most High is amazing, ain't he, man?
Yes, he is.
Because oh man, he's amazing. I'll be writing out things that's in my head and I'll be listening. And this gonna be a good class. I already know, man. Yes. This kid, old brother, it's pathetic. And you notice he was burning incense, carnal incense.
They don't know.
What do you see?
Son, we're gonna explain to you what it is. I don't hold back. The incense is the insight, the incense, the inner sense, the spiritual. Boy, he wants you to burn the incense, the inner sense, the spiritual interpretation. That's what incense means to the Most High. What can you give to the Most High? He owns everything.
Right. Don't
bring him a dead animal meat offer. He wants the spiritual interpretation. Right. So when he said burn the incense, the inner thought, the inner man, the spiritual interpretation upon my altar. Stop assaulting the Most High. Stop it. I thought you have no idea. You have no idea. After this, I just mentioned that. John 4:24. Boy, I have meat you don't know nothing of. All your life, you never even known. That's what he's talking about, the incense. The incense of a man that's in your understanding, son. You defiling yourself in the sanctuary. That's why it's hard for me to watch you people in purple now. I'm glad that most of y'all don't took off that purple when you're giving these shows because you look pathetic. The Most High calling you a prostitute. He calling you a whore. He calling you a slave to your bishop. He calling you all these things. You don't even know the spiritual interpretation. You look like a fool with all that smoke blowing in your face.
Yeah.
Teaching.
Exactly.
He said you're gonna be like a priest. You're doing all those things to make yourself look like a priest and dumb as a filthy stone. That's what incense means, the inner man, the inner thought.
Yeah.
Y'all are pathetic. Y'all go to the Chinese people, and we have brothers and sisters with them too. We're not talking about them negatively. But you go to them to get your incense. Or either you go to the African and get your incense. You got to go to the Indian man to get your incense. And they're our brothers too. We don't hate them. We love them just as much as we love everybody else. But you look like a fool with all that smoke in your face, teacher.
Yeah.
See, that brainwashing don't work over here, the elders of Israel.
Right.
We take the highway. We don't take the low way. Y'all on the street like prostitutes. The Most High said it, Proverbs 7:5, Ezekiel 16:20. I'm fed up looking at you, really. I had to go on Patient Saints Radio today. Oh my God, nothing but garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage.
Yeah.
And they get praised for carnal junk. Yeah. God said, I don't want none of my food to touch the ground.
Right.
None of my words I want to touch the ground. Carnal.
That's all they got, though.
Carnal. So now the elders know what incense means.
Yep.
The ones that's watching us. That's what it means. He want the spiritual incense because you don't have any sense. That's what he's saying. Go ahead, Elder. It's going to be a happy day today.
Yeah, it's obvious. You've already took your Red Bull, but that's all right. That's why they watch the show. But we're going to
burn smoke God everywhere. Hey, holding what? Dumb as a rock. Dumb as a rock.
One time they had Nathaniel on there, and he said he got into a coughing fit. You know, he already got some challenges, you know, that he's dealing with. And then he went and doggone had all that incense up in that man couldn't catch his breath up in there. Up in there doing that foolishness, burning them incense. Again, we have nothing against the Chinese, the Indians, the Africans, none of them people. It ain't a sin for you to burn no incense. All right. No, it's a sin for you to go and tell somebody that if you ain't burning no incense while you preaching, you in sin. That's a lie. Okay. That's why he making you understand. There's a spiritual meaning to everything that's in that Bible. All right. Everything that's in that Bible got a spiritual meaning to it. But them people, they get up and they lie. And so we're about to address the issue of the lies, because they go and they tell these lies, and y'all think that these are men of renown, they're educated, they're forthright, they're righteous, the whole nine. And then you find out these men will lie directly to your face.
You're gonna see it today.
No, that's right. But if you could read that for us, Elder Uriah.
Yes, sir. Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 10. And thy meat.
What's meat?
Deep understanding.
That's right.
1 Corinthians 10:3. Spiritual meat.
Eat.
Which thou shalt eat.
What do eat mean?
Learn.
Exactly.
Jeremiah 1:9.
1 Corinthians 3:1-2. Yeah. All right.
Oh, and the scriptures are at the bottom of the screen.
Right. They all at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to stop interrupting you. We just go put them at the bottom of the screen so y'all can see. Read on.
Shall be by weight. 20 shekels a day.
Now, shekels is money, right? So it's talking about wisdom. Money is wisdom.
Yes.
Okay. They'll tell you gold is a man, he gonna make a man more precious than gold and all that.
Isaiah 13:12.
And then that day, day is wisdom. So y'all see how we going here. Ezekiel 7:11. Go ahead.
From time to time shalt thou eat it
Time is time. Time is doctrine.
Yes.
Right? That's wisdom.
Mhm.
All right.
And you notice he said that meat.
Yes.
He said, eat they spiritual, their
Yes.
carnal, deep understanding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. Go eat that garbage that they got that they building the wall with that they think is so heavy and deep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they so smart. They most deepest thoughts that they got carnal that they teaching. Go learn that mess.
What they've started doing is they've started calling the carnal doctrine that they teach spiritual. Okay?
Yes.
They're teaching the same carnal foolishness, but they're calling it spiritual. All right? Matter of fact, it was a Gedaliah. He was sitting up in there talking about the spirit, and he think the spirit is a sensation you get from eating a York peppermint patty. All right. You know, my inner self starts going pitter pat, you know. That's it, bro.
Yes.
That's what you think the spirit is. Ain't no spirit supposedly moving your extremities to do something that's quite humorous. That's got nothing to do with the spirit. The spirit is the word. When he talking about spirit, he talking about the spiritual doctrine. All right, the spiritual interpretation, the spiritual translation that everybody just learned about. But read on, Elder.
Yes, sir. Verse 11. Thou shalt drink also water by measure.
Mm-hmm. That the water that they bringing. Y'all see that? So you gonna have to. You can't just go ahead and guzzle it all up. You got to learn their doctrine piece by piece. The Most High sent. He kept us over there 4 or 5 years. Elder Yohanan was over there longer than that. Elder Jariah was over there longer than that.
Oh my God.
So we got it by measure. By and by, we learned that doctrine. Right? Read.
The 6th part of an hen.
Later on today, we're going to talk about that number 6.
But
right.
For time constraints, 6th part means they don't have full understanding.
Yes. Well,
save it.
All right.
Save it.
Read on. Yes.
And so facto.
Yes. That's right. That's right. Read.
From time to time shalt thou drink.
Okay, so he's saying you're going to have to continuously learn that doctrine because you'll forget stuff. So you got to stay up to snuff on that doctrine because those are the questions that them people going to come and ask you. They're going to say, you're saying this, but I was taught this. You don't want to get up there and they trying to ask you a question. You sitting up there like, I don't know what they talking about. You got to be current on what them people teaching on that carnal side. That makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Read.
Verse 12. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes.
All right. So he's telling you, you're going. He's a cake, bread. Anytime he's talking about doctrine. He's saying he wants you to learn the same way that you eat bread. He wants you to be eating their understanding. All right.
Yes, learn their understanding.
Learn that thing. Read.
And thou shalt bake it with dung.
Ooh, now look at that. How he said that. Thou shalt bake. Whenever you talk about bake, you need some fire to bake something with.
And you know what, Elder? That's exactly what the parable with what Jesus was saying when they said it's going to be 2 women in the meal.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're in the mill, you're making bread.
Yes.
That's Jerusalem, the mother of Jerusalem,
Mm-hmm.
and Jezebel doctrine.
Mm-hmm.
Iuic is under Jezebel doctrine.
Yes.
They're gonna be making bread. One gonna be taken for what? Good.
Mm-hmm.
So he gonna take Jerusalem for righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna lead that other one and leave that other one, let it be stupid. Jezebel.
Yes.
That's the
Right.
two women. The man on the housetop, he's about the spiritual man who's controlling that man. These men and women over here, we're not going back into that old house that we once had, that old person in us. That's the parable as to that Eythan. That's what he's saying. That righteous man that control his housetop, he ain't going back the way he used to be. Going back into the way he once were. That's what the Most High gonna take. The righteous prophet and that righteous doctrine. You're welcome, Eythan.
All praise
Go
the
ahead,
Most
Elder.
High.
All praise
Now,
the Most High.
It's saying you're gonna bake it. You're gonna bake it with fire. That means your fire. What's fire?
Word.
That's the word. Okay, so it's gonna be you gonna scrutinize their doctrine with the doctrine that the Most High gave you, that spiritual doctrine. Y'all see that?
Sir.
Y'all shall bake it with what? What that say?
Yeah.
Now they think that dung is talking about excrement. That's why we say you got to translate the Bible. The Most High ain't never told no prophet of his to eat anybody's excrement. All right.
Feces.
Never said.
No.
Now, if you was to believe those men, because the man sat there and said, well, he the way they used to teach it to us, the Most High, he'll turn around, he'll make you eat something, you know, and he teaches that the Most High made Ezekiel eat a crab sandwich.
Yes.
That's what he teaches. They teach literally because they don't know how to translate it. That's why that class about translating is so important. Y'all following dummies, okay?
Yes.
They don't know how to translate carnal to spiritual. So they're saying it's righteous if the Most High told you to eat somebody's crap. So how long before they go and they say, well, you know, I need you to go on over there and eat that crap over there? The Most High made Ezekiel do it, so it's righteous. You see what I'm saying? Y'all
He a holy prophet. That's what I heard, that, you know, the prophets' dung was so holy that then they could eat their dung. Now I heard that from that little Malachi. I said, you know, that don't make sense. Old man gonna say that don't make sense. Malachi said that. That's the class that he had got from there. The understanding he got from there. Little skinny little Malachi and ATL.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Foolish.
Yeah. But if you got a man who trusts somebody, right, it'd be easy for that person to violate that trust and cause somebody to do something that ain't in their benefit. That's why we call out these liars, all right? Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know how to translate the Bible. Elder Yohanan, you got a precept for dung, so y'all can see what dung is. It's not that we didn't preset this up. So we just go on ahead. We gonna go and find it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see. Dung ain't talking about actual excrement. You got to translate that. The moment you read something and you say to yourself, man, that don't make no sense. Why would he do that? The first thing should come to your mind is that must mean something else. And you're right. Because the Most High ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Here's Jezebel. That's 2 Kings 9:37. We start there.
Most
Yeah,
High
they
ain't
got
never
so many
told no
spiritual
man to do
disease.
that. Yeah.
No.
He never told nobody.
His thoughts are different. Most High don't even think like that. That's why he get the prophet to go talk to people, because he don't like talking carnal. He don't dwell on the earth. He's so perfect. He's so perfect. He hate that carnal understanding. He hates it.
That's why he hired you.
Yes.
Read that for us, Elder.
Yes, sir. 2 Kings chapter 9, verse 37. The carcass of Jezebel.
What's a carcass?
Body, right?
That's a body. Okay.
Body.
Let's talk about something about a congregation, a doctrine.
Congregation.
See that?
Mhm.
Yes.
Jezebel ain't talking about no lady queen. It's talking about a doctrine that a king was using.
Yes.
Ahab had a doctrine by the name of Jezebel. Y'all think it's talking about some lady, and that's okay because y'all calm, right? But it's talking about this church that follows the Jezebel doctrine.
Doctrine.
Right?
Jezebel doctrine. We need to pull that up after this, Elder.
Yeah, we'll do that. Read that again, Elder.
Yes, sir. And the carcass of Jezebel shall be as dung on the face in the portion of Jezreel.
Okay. He ain't talking about an actual face.
No.
A face is a doctrine. All right. All that stuff at the bottom of the screen. But that dung is a doctrine.
Yes.
All right. That doctrine is going to be on the face of the doctrine of Jezreel. All right. Read.
So that they shall not say, this is Jezebel.
Jezreel is going to correct that Jezebel doctrine. That's what he tells. Right.
It's right. Jezreel is a doctrine just about to be spiritual. It's just about to check. Yeah.
Yes. That's what's going on. All right. So when he's talking about dung, he's talking about a doctrine. All right. What'd you say, Elder?
Second one, First Maccabees 2:62. Why are you explaining?
Okay. He told Ezekiel to eat the doctrine of men. See what I'm saying? He ain't told that man to eat no real excrement. You said
no, don't do that.
What?
First Maccabees 2:62.
And if you think like that, get some help.
Yeah.
Get some help. You need medical attention fast.
The last one be Malachi 2 and 3.
Telling you, boy. Read that, Elder.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 62. Fear not then the words of a sinful man.
Liar.
Words. Words are doctrines. Read.
For his glory shall be dung and worms.
Yeah, you talking about his words. His glory mean wisdom.
Yes.
His
Zephaniah 1:17.
be dumb.
Something now.
You know, Jacob is the worm. Isaiah 41 and
that's right.
14. Jacob is the worm. He gonna be carnal.
Yes.
Zephaniah 1:17. What you got there, Elder?
I got some.
Rebellious.
What you got?
First King 14:10.
Okay, we go there next. Read that, Elder.
Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men.
They're gonna start worrying about their doctrine. People ain't gonna believe it no more. Y'all see that? Read.
That they shall walk like blind men.
They ain't gonna have no wisdom. Y'all see that? Blind mean ignorant. Read.
They've been cast out in outer darkness, just like Christ said in Matthew. Yeah, he said they're going to be cast out. They're not going to see the spiritual interpretation.
Exactly. They're going to get ridiculed and mocked for being stupid. Read.
Because they have sinned against the Lord.
Y'all know sin means to teach the carnal doctrine. That's what sin is. Sin is belief in the carnal doctrine. That's sin.
Yes.
All right. Read.
And their blood shall be poured out as dust.
Their doctrine. All right. defiled
Acts 15 and 20.
Yep.
Acts 15 and 20, if they doctrine strangled is defiled. Their doctrine is blood. Anytime you see liquid, that's doctrine.
Yes.
Yes.
Dust mean is carnal, from the ground. Earth.
Yep. From
Dust.
the
From the
dirt.
ground.
Yep. Read.
And their flesh as the dung.
See that? Flesh means wisdom.
Wisdom.
That's right. So is that he's talking about the man's wisdom, his doctrine is going to be as dung. All right, it's talking about doctrines. What you said, Elder Tobiah?
Let's try 1 Kings 14:10.
Okay. All praise to the Most High.
This is how you're supposed to read the Bible,
Yes.
by the way, people. You
Yes.
got to get the precepts together. Make sure explain what it is. Read what
Yes.
dung is.
If somebody
Yes.
telling you that one of the prophets of the Most High consumed excrement, that person is a liar and an idiot.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That's just the fact. Read that, Elder.
1 Kings chapter 14 and verse 10. Therefore, behold, I will bring evil upon the house of Jeroboam,
Mm-hmm.
and will off from Jeroboam him
Eythan.
Yeah.
Eythan. Just talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
that pisseth against the wall.
Now, you know, he's using that word to describe urine. Elder Samuel just told y'all all the liquids is doctrines. All
Doctrine.
right? Water, urine, blood,
Blood.
regardless. All of it.
Raindrop.
He said you're
Juice.
pissing against the wall.
Correct.
Your doctrine is against the Most High's God.
That's
doctrine,
right.
Which is the wall.
Yes. Yes.
That's right.
Walking
And you know-
contrary.
There's nothing sanitary about that piss. So you know it's not something that's holy, okay?
No, not at all.
Can I add one?
Yes,
Before
of
we go?
course.
Yeah, all right. Additions to Esther 5 and 2.
Let's finish this one first. Finish this one.
Okay.
Let me get to it. Just hold it. Just hold it. We got you.
Read.
And him that is shut up
Mm-hmm.
and left in Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam.
That means they're converting.
Yes, that's correct.
Converting.
Ain't gonna be no more of them left.
No.
Yeah. And you know what? The saddest part, it's not sad. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. The people that he wanted to have, for them to have the understanding, he reached out so many times for them Hebrew Israelites, so many times.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the scriptures say he about to give it to the Gentiles now.
That's right. To the Jew first. He went to you
The-
first.
Yes, the white man, and I'm going to tell you, and I would debate anybody on this planet, he going to get this doctrine, and he going
Not
to
only
put
the
it on
white
TV.
man, the Arab man, the so-called
Everybody.
Asian man.
Yes,
They all gonna get
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to
Yeah.
get it.
Right.
They're going to get it. Because you had one talent to do,
Mhm.
IUIC, one talent to teach the people. But what did you do? You took God's flock.
Yeah.
I'll
Made 'em
debate,
serve you.
and we'll debate anybody. He gonna give it to them. They're gonna get it. It's in the scriptures. They're gonna get it, and they're gonna be amazed at it. They're gonna get it because it's gonna get so bad.
Mhm.
It's gonna get very bad. He getting his flock back by any means.
Read on, Elder.
And will take away the remnant of the house of Jeroboam,
Mm-hmm.
as man taketh away dung.
He's gonna clean it up. That's what he telling you. The way that, you know, sometimes if you got any dogs, you know, a dog will get up in there and he'll do something. Right. Now you ain't gonna sit up in there and keep walking on it and all that other. So you're gonna go clean it up. What you gonna clean it with?
Mhm.
You're gonna clean it with some water. All right.
Some water.
Water is the word.
Doctrine.
All right. Y'all
Mhm.
what's gonna end up happening, that dung is gonna be sanctified by the word of God. Okay, that's what he's telling. It's a parable. It's a metaphor. All right. Read.
Till it be all gone.
He ain't gonna have none of that defiled doctrine in his kingdom. That's what the Most High telling you. That stuff gonna be over with. Well, yeah, Elder Anderson.
I think additions to Esther 5 and 2.
Remember Proverbs 12 and 22. He said, all lies and abomination to him. So are you speaking on the behalf of the Most High?
Chapter.
It's the next one.
He want to meet.
Yeah, because it starts off, I laid away her glorious apparel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most High want the meat offering.
That's
want the meat offering.
Wait a minute. You said verse 2? Where you at?
Esther 5 and 2.
Okay, this you see how the
it's different, yeah.
But
don't worry about that.
It's something. It's because it lines up. It's just that the numbers are different in the red book than in this. This one starts at 10, but the numbers line up. So where does 10 start? Because I think 10 is the first. I think 10 is the first chapter of it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it in my apocrypha and it's different on the phone.
So it may be
Yeah, different on the phone.
All right, hold on. Yeah, we're gonna get it together, y'all. Bear with us. All right. So
So when you read the Bible carnally, if you read it carnally, you misinterpreting the Bible. You got to get the spiritual interpretation, because if you speaking on the behalf of Most High, you're lying. He want his language, his speech to be
That's it right there.
Yeah.
His definition.
Okay.
That's
It's 14, okay.
14, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
14 and 2.
Yep. Yeah, that's just the way that this application counts it. So it's all good though.
Okay.
Read that out.
Esther chapter 14, verse 2. And laid away her glorious apparel.
Before we go any further, y'all do know that Esther is a doctrine, right? You ain't talking about no queen marrying no man. All right. Esther is a doctrine.
Yeah.
Right?
Woman.
That's what a woman is. A woman is a doctrine. Mordecai ended up teaching this doctrine to that king. All right. So y'all need to get a better understanding and learn how to translate the Bible.
Word of the day.
Please do.
Translate.
Please.
Telling you, boy.
Yes.
Go again, Elder.
Yes, sir. And laid away her glorious apparel.
Para is what?
Doctrine.
That's a doctrine.
Covering.
Yes. Yes.
Covering.
Read.
And put on the garments of anguish and mourning.
So they putting on a different type of garment, meaning that somebody's taking off their glorious garment and putting on a new garment. Y'all see that?
Yes.
So that's what he got Ezekiel doing. Y'all see that? Because
he's taking up another responsibility.
I remember this story, and I used to say, "Oh my God, I know Esther was supposedly a hero of the Bible, but this act that she's doing is a very, very offensive.
They're atrocious.
Yes, quite atrocious, indeed. But it ain't talking about that, and they didn't tell us that. So we sitting up here thinking this actually happened, right? Read.
And instead of precious ointments, she covered her head with ashes and dung.
Now, I don't know nobody gonna sit here and lay on the ground and cover their face with ashes and doo-doo.
No,
don't do that. Please don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's too late for you then.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. At that point, them folks in them white coats gonna have to come get you. You pretty much gone.
You need to be in the jacket.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, you need to be in the jackets. You need the jacket. Yeah.
But that's doo-doo, baby.
Right. And they but they teach it, man. That's what Esther did. Who in their right mind would do something? Because the way that Nathaniel explained it, he said she was humbling herself to the Most High so that the Most High understood that she was as low and humble as she could be. That's how he explained that.
Oh my God.
That's how he explained that. She wanted, you know how somebody said, well, somebody bow down and they show that they are beneath you or whatever. Supposedly, that's the honor that she giving the Most High, is that she's going to humble herself to the point where she's smearing dung on her face. That's how he explained.
Don't do that. But please don't do that. Don't do that. Get some help.
Yeah. I can't even imagine the bacteria that would be involved. But but read on. See, this is where he get it from.
And she humbled her body greatly.
See that? She humbled her doctrine. She ended up, what she was doing was he's using that as a metaphor for somebody being humble. All right. He ain't saying that the lady actually put dung on her head. That's not what he's saying. Read on.
And all the places of her joy she filled with her torn hair.
So she went and she humbled her doctrine in response to the other doctrine that she put on.
That. Let me get Malachi 2 and 3 about putting dung on their face. Malachi 2 and 3. This is going to explain it thoroughly. That you're reading right here. Right. And then we can go back to Ezekiel.
On there is a covering.
Yeah.
Christ is supposed to be over our heads. So
yes,
readers, you guys know that.
All the time. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Putting dung on your face.
Yeah. Read that out.
Malachi chapter 2 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
I will corrupt your seed.
The seed?
Mm-hmm. That's the word. Luke.
That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
Luke 8:11.
The understanding. The understanding that you got, that's what's going to be corrupt. Luke chapter 8 verse 11 is God's spiritual seed, what he teaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's not talking about GMOs.
No, bro. No, bro. They ain't had them
bro.
They ain't had them kind of
grow. My okra seeds.
You know, I know they got a bunch of sharecroppers over there.
Boll weevil enthusiasts.
Say people know how to stop the boll weevil from taking over crops and all of that. But if you look at it, that's what them people do. They sitting up in there and they doggone selling you a doctrine.
Yeah.
And that doctrine ain't prospering. And probably right about now, some of them camps threatening to close. Right?
Oh, they know it.
And those camp leaders are complaining because they ain't making that money like they was promised they was gonna make. And then the leadership of them of IUIC is coming and telling them, well, you know, we wasn't able to get as many people as we thought we was gonna get this year. But I was able to come up with this little bit right here. It ain't much, but we all took a haircut. The same way that they said Esau, the so-called white man, did the black people as sharecroppers. That's what they're doing to their brothers now. Funny how that comes full circle. Just gone
because they're holding on to Esau's heel.
Yes, he holding on
doing
to
the same thing.
See what I'm saying? Y'all don't realize it, how bad they lying to y'all. And if the person get up in there and say, man, I ain't standing for it, they're gonna say, well, move out this house so I can move somebody else over here to keep charge of these crops. Y'all see that? So, you know, I mean, if you look at it, the Most High giving you examples that they ain't nothing but liars and they taking advantage of his people. That's why all of them, they really don't understand what's in for them, because they don't believe in God, because they don't believe in the judgment. All right? But the Most High said he gonna take care of all of them.
All of them.
Let's start back over.
And it's spiritual written. And after you give out I just want to give out 2 precepts to prove. He gonna dry them up.
More. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, we're just gonna continue to go until they dry up.
Can you go?
They always say.
Well, we go read this one first. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The beatings will continue until morale increase.
That's right. That's right. we got precepts for you. That's right. But go ahead and start over again, Elder.
Elder, I think Elder Misha has said something.
Say, Bo.
No, he said he got a precept as well. He just, but I said we needed to get through with this one first.
Okay.
But go ahead. You gonna explain it, right, Elder Johanna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Malachi chapter 2 and 3. Behold, I will corrupt your seed.
So they corrupt their wisdom, showing that they're liars.
And spread dung upon your faces.
Showing that your doctrine is excrement, as our esteemed elders say.
Yes. Do.
Hey, they don't even want to teach it no more.
Bro, I saw them brothers the other day, man. Tuesday, they look like, man, why am I here?
Right.
They said, man, this is weak. This is so weak. This don't even make sense. That's what they said.
Yes. Go ahead, Elder.
Even the dung of your solemn feasts.
He called that feast boo-boo.
Yeah.
Piece of dedication. All that crap.
They quit going. All that crap. They quit going to it.
He called it
before.
He called it boo-boo, bro.
Bro.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And one shall take you away with it.
So in the scriptures, I think it's in maybe Baruch, I think. He said that one can destroy a city.
Yes.
That's what he's talking about. One person gonna come in there and say, I have a question.
Yeah.
Or one person come in there and say, I've seen this.
Why, sir?
Right. And it spreads. And it's gonna take you away one person. Right. All you need is one. Come with them 2 or 3.
Why, sir?
That's how he gonna destroy it.
That's right.
One doctrine.
That's it.
Doctrine of Christ.
That's right. What you got, Elder Misha?
Lamentations 4 and 5.
They got on the Christian church. They said that the Christian church doctrine is don't ask no questions. And they singing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing the Christian church don't teach is hate. When they start teaching hate, see, but the Most High told us to tear all them altars down. When he show up, he said, get rid of all them altars. When my doctor comes, get rid of all of them. He said, tear down all the altars, all the idols, and all of them who teaching. He's here.
That's right.
He's here.
Yes, sir. Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 5. They that eat delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in scarlet embrace dunghills.
Scarlet is red.
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's the 5. That's what he's telling me. The people who were brought up in scarlet, they learned a defiled doctrine. That's what he's talking about. Y'all embracing dung hills.
Yeah.
Right. The ones that's delicate.
Somebody had something else.
Yeah, the ones that are delicate go through 2 or 3.
Mhm.
You're making the Inquisition, which we're going to talk about later, because that's what this brother was talking about, making the Great Inquisition. That's eating delicately. They the ones that are they're desolate in the streets. You won't see us out there.
No.
Because we know that what the streets are. Get out
the streets, boy.
Get out them streets, boy.
Get out them streets,
Get out them
boy.
street, boy.
What you got, Elder Sammy?
I got Exodus 32:1. When this man got a little understanding, this is what he did. This is what they do. You notice when we went over there, they ran.
Yes.
We show up. I went on page 6 today. They was shocked. They went to commercials, playing the other thing. All of them looking at the monitor. You see, all of them zero in at the monitor. That's right.
They did that whenever we called them slipping. They didn't know we had that permit. They was sitting there talking all that trash, all this, all that, da. And we put on that, man, we gonna be on such and such a date. We got the permit. Got a hard swallow.
Yes.
What? Huh?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. We coming. We got the permit,
coming.
brother.
We got it.
Be there.
We're gonna be there.
That's right.
But this right here, you have to put in your mind that Moses is a doctrine. Everybody have a doctrine. When you go through life, that's your legacy. That's your doctrine.
Yes.
I have to put that in your mind right here.
Yes.
We're gonna read to verse 7.
Exodus chapter 32 and verse 1. When the people saw that Moses delayed to come down out of the mount.
Think of Moses, his writing as a doctrine. His writing. He's not teaching right now, okay? Read.
The people gathered themselves together unto Aaron and said to him.
Was it the Christ?
No.
Who they gathered themselves to?
Aaron.
Aaron, right?
Aaron. That's him.
Aaron.
That's right.
Remember, he had a problem because he taught strange fire on the altar.
That's right. Most High killed his sons.
Yes. Read.
And said unto him, Up, make us gods.
Now, he said, up. Now, he on his level, he trying to make some gods, leaderships. That's what he's doing. Read.
Yep.
Which shall go before us.
That's what they do over there in them camps.
They're the leaders.
You're supposed to have Christ, like the elder said, Christ on your head, the doctrine. Read.
For as for this Moses,
righteous doctrine.
Yes.
The man that brought us up out of the land of Egypt.
Now, you thinking carnal Egypt. We thinking a psychological Egypt. Acts 7:39. We talking about doctrines. Yeah. If you went to the low way, you already lost the trail.
Yeah.
Read.
We wot not what is become of him.
Read.
They done forgot about what he done taught them already. They done turned their back on the information that he gave them to make them want to leave that place where they was already following all of that foolishness in Egypt.
Yes. They supposed to wait on Moses to finish teaching them. Remember, in Revelation chapter 2, 24, 25, Christ said, wait till I come back to give you some more understanding. Right. Just don't start teaching if you don't know it.
Right.
Read.
Right.
Having some technical difficulties myself. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. See if you can't go on there and see if you can get some technical support over there. We need it.
I got it. Verse 2.
Our standby guy just ain't he ain't available right now, you know. So you all we got right now.
Right, our budget is tight.
Yes. This for you, Eythan. This for you, Eythan. And the rest of them cats that follow you kiddos.
Verse 2. And Aaron said unto them, break off the golden earrings.
Now those gods, what they was teaching them folks, those doctrines, he said, bring those doctrines to me.
Y'all know jewelry is doctrines.
It's doctrines.
Which are in the ears of your wives.
See that?
Your doctrines.
Your doctrines. Wives, women are doctrines. Any female, they represent doctrines. Read.
Of your sons.
Them sons is out there teaching them doctrines.
And of your daughters.
Those other doctrines that cling on to the main doctrines.
And bring them unto me.
Now understand what's going on. Now y'all know the Most High, he set up the altar where he got a priest. The people come and they bring their meat, their wisdom to the priest, and then the priest use 2 or 3. And he gives the understanding based upon the translation that the Most High taught the priest. There, he's telling them, no, you just go ahead and bring me your understanding. I'll make the determination whether or not it's right or not. That's the sin that Aaron did.
That's what he did.
Threw away the law of 2 or 3. He said, I'll do it myself. That's what's going on in them camps. They going to those men, and that man, they asking the man the question. He's saying, it mean this because I say so. Like I said, he said, Esther put dung on her face. He said, Ezekiel ate a crab sandwich. Y'all see that? That's what Elder Samuel trying to get y'all to see.
Yes. And the way Elder Stephen explained it, same way I would explain it. Same way. He put more emphasis on it because, you know, my breath ain't as long as his anymore.
Well, you know, I got some long breath. I tell you. I'm long-winded, brother.
Now this gonna get real good in a little while. Read.
Verse 3. And all the people break off the golden earrings which were in their ears.
They breaking off the bread, which is the understanding, which is they look at those golden, the best understanding they have, and they brought it to Aaron. They don't know the definitions, what words mean. We're gonna break it down, and you're gonna have to just hold on. That's all I know now.
Yes.
When they work you to death till your tonsils fall out, I guess you'll get the understanding then. When your tongue be hanging out and they still running from the elders, then you'll say, why they scared? You know why then. Tonsils gonna be hanging out, tongue hanging out. They ain't got no more money to give.
That's what Samuel Jackson said in that with Django. They gonna work you till your back give out. And they gonna hit you in the head, throw you in the hole.
Poor child.
They playing, bro. Boy, heartless, man.
Yeah, bro. They got the heart of a beast now.
I'm telling you.
Daniel chapter 4. Yeah, I'm gonna see it. We're gonna read 6, probably 7 too.
And brought
they do.
And brought them unto Aaron. Verse 4. And he received them at their hand.
Their doctrine. Hand is the doctrine. Y'all see that? Read.
And fashioned it with a graving tool.
See, he molten in it. He molten it. He molten in that doctrine. That precept package. That precept package. Read.
That's right.
After he had made it a molten calf.
What's a calf?
Your leadership.
What's a calf?
It's a leader.
That's a prophet. That's right. Y'all see that? He done created a doctrine.
They done created it. Now they bowed it down to a molten image. Their leadership. Read.
And they said, these be thy gods, O Israel.
Your leadership. Your leadership.
That's right.
Read on. Right. Thou shalt not make a molten image.
Yep.
That's what y'all done over there, IUIC. Tweety birds. Read.
Which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
Wait a minute. Where did he bring you up out of? He told you that you was your ancestor was a slave, and you black.
Yeah.
And you black.
Yeah.
And hate everybody now.
Yeah. But he got me with the slave part, because I didn't know that until I didn't know, we were slaves. I thought we were kings. I thought we was kings the whole time. To come to find out we were slaves. I don't know where it came from. It kind of caught me off guard, guys.
Who would have thunk it?
Now they went up. They think they gone up, right? In understanding.
Yes.
Because Egypt is Acts 7:39, psychological prison.
Yes.
Exodus chapter 32 and verse 5. And when Aaron saw it, he built
that understanding that he just did. Sirach 39:6. Read.
He built an altar before it.
Now they can start teaching on that altar.
This how you answer questions. Why we got to do this, that, and the third? Because I said so. Now get back down on them streets.
Get back out on those streets.
And tell your wife to get that sweet bread ready.
You don't cook it right, we're gonna talk about it like a dog.
That's right. We're gonna talk about it like a dog. Everybody gonna know not to eat her bread.
He ain't gonna call no names though.
You're right. Okay.
And Aaron made a proclamation.
That's a doctrine.
Aaron. Read.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is a feast to the Lord.
We're gonna teach this doctrine.
That's right. He done took over now. He the God.
He done took over.
Yeah.
This right here. Listen up very closely, Eythan, and the rest of you cool cats over there. So-called cool cats.
And they rose up early in the morning.
I got the light. I got the light. You Negro was in slavery. Jesus black. God black. Black. Everybody black.
It's history book. That history book.
Yeah. That's right. That's the new Bible now.
Yeah. History book, Bible now.
And offered burnt offerings.
Yes.
And brought
peace offers.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
They started.
I love y'all. Yes.
They started
y'all
believing the lie.
You got comfortable with that. I love y'all. That's the reason I'm teaching all this. We love our people. Read.
But nobody life still haven't improved though.
Right, exactly. In all them years.
And the people sat down to eat.
They learning. That's what the Most High tell you to do. Isaiah 52:2. He said, sit down and learn something. That's what he was saying. So now they learning this doctrine. IUIC. Read. Keep reading.
And to drink.
See that?
They learning the doctrine.
They learning it.
And rose up to play.
Yeah.
They played. Y'all playing over there at IUIC. Y'all playing. You're taking the funk.
They started teaching that foolishness. That's what he's saying.
Yes. That's why I wanted to bring this up.
Started teaching that folly.
You see that, Jariah?
Yes, sir.
Rose up to play. We Israel. God said I gave you one talent. Now y'all done took my flock. Yes. I gave you a little understanding, a little piece of a morsel of meat. Hebrew 12 and 16, and you went out to pray. You play.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you did, Nathaniel. That's why y'all run from us, because we're not playing.
Mm-hmm.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Elder.
Sure.
Oh, that was the last one. You was reading down to 6 or 7.
Oh, that's good, right? Well, go ahead and read 7, because they're gonna corrupt themselves.
Okay.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Moses, Go, get thee down.
Go teach them clowns.
Mm-hmm.
For thy people, which thou broughtest out of the land of Egypt,
Acts 7:39, that psychological prison.
Mm-hmm.
have corrupted themselves.
So think about this.
No, the white.
It's the same thing that he talking about in Ezekiel. He told Moses to go down. So Moses had to go learn what they were down there corrupting themselves with.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing we're bringing up right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We went all the way around that so y'all get the understanding of what this dung talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Read it again.
That's how you read the Bible.
Yes.
That's how you translate.
Yes. Translate. That's right.
Ezekiel chapter 4 and verse 12. And thou shalt eat it as barley cakes,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt bake it with dung that cometh out of man.
Lies that come out of man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what the job of the prophet is. The spiritual prophet have to learn what the men saying. So you have to watch their teachings, not because you like what they saying, because you got to correct it. See that? Read.
In their sight.
Mm-hmm. So you got to show it to them. That's what we getting ready to do.
Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whether
Gentiles are those estranged from God. You're far from God. That makes you a Gentile. You don't believe in the spiritual doctrine that makes you a Gentile.
Mm-hmm. Read.
Whether I will drive them.
Yes.
Lord made us do it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So just so y'all know, we ain't out here trying to stalk nobody. We don't care nothing about them people in that regard. We ain't got no hatred for them men, but we are required as prophets of the Most High, whenever they come out there and they tell one of these damnable lies or one of these heresies, you know, and they straight up lie to the people, the Most High say we got to correct them. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Elder Yohanan, to go on ahead and get us on track with what's going on with this thing.
Yeah, bro. There I was about to work out one day, and Most High said, "Honey, go to the other side of Jordan. Look at the foolishness over there. Look at the dung over there." So,
oh Lord, I'm gonna go ahead and get back to you.
That man sound like a prophet. Then he said the other side of Jordan, but
right. they don't even know what Jordan's talking about.
They don't even know what to say, brother.
I know.
They don't even know.
I know.
But before you go, ask yourself, if Absalom took over the kingdom and David and them started walking back over the river Jordan, wouldn't they be able to see them walking across the river Jordan? Don't you think it's a doggone caravan of people leaving Jerusalem, walking over the river Jordan? Don't you think they would have been able to come up in there and kill all them people? I mean, it's a parable. Y'all don't know. It means something else, man. Come on,
brother. And the sad part about it, man, this man started to teach differently on TV now. This man is on the phone he gets spiritual interpretation, but the people, your color, and that's a sad part about it. Brother, it's sad, brother, but it is what it is. But my people are the spiritual interpretation people, so I've gotten over that color thing. I moved on, but you want to help the people that you call a brother, but they so stuck on
stuck on stupid. Yep.
Yes.
So
I love you. Kisses.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Elder. I'm sorry.
We gonna see what the brother was
And make sure you let the whole thing play.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes people might say that you cut and chop and all that other stuff. Right.
And screw. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So without further ado, this is the brothers class. This is the part we're gonna deal with.
Fault in you and some.
You guys hear it?
Another.
Yes.
So Deuteronomy 19, we're gonna start there because one of the things that are
turn it up a little bit.
Preacher, whatever you want to use, general or captain, whatever title you want to give yourself, whether true or false, primarily false for some of you. You must learn how to discern. You must learn how to judge. So Deuteronomy 19 verse 15. Deuteronomy 19 verse 15. We're gonna start there. Then we're gonna deal with the N word. We're gonna deal with that after. Go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 15. One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity or for any sin, and any sin that he sinneth. At the mouth of two witnesses or at the mouth of three witnesses shall the matter be established.
So the Bible says you must not establish a judgment based upon the account of one witness under any circumstances, regardless of what it is. You cannot have one witness. Like, for example, years ago, an article was dropped by a heathen stating that our bishop at the time, who was in law enforcement years ago, retired, that he was responsible for the wrongful arrest of two young black men. So we're like, okay, well, some heathen, I'm not sure if it was heathen or not, put this article out saying that the bishop was involved or responsible for the arrest of these two innocent young black men who were later released off, for the charges. They were falsely accused. And they were released or whatever, they got paid off, whatever the case, the court settled, whatever. So we're like, well, this is an internet article. So camps found it, ran with it. See, he's arresting innocent black people. And we're like, okay. So then eventually, someone who was amongst us, who was once with us, he went out.
Hey.
Due diligence, like the Bible says.
I did my due diligence.
He went and pulled up the court documents, as they're called court dockets. They're for public view. You can look up the court documents and actually look up the case and see who was involved.
Oh, he did due diligence.
Officers and the DA and all of that stuff. And the bishop is nowhere to be found in those records.
Oh,
what?
Nowhere to be found in terms of being the arresting officer.
What?
You can't make this up.
That's the job. That's what detectives do. Their job is to detect. They investigate. But the men were not thrown in prison by the bishop unless the bishop travels in Gotham with a bat suit on and throws them in Arkham.
Oh,
then it makes sense if you believe in fairy tales.
In Justice League.
If the bishop is running around in the costume, fighting crime,
he is,
and throwing people directly in prison without any trial like the cartoons, then it makes sense. But in real life, that's not how.
Pause that for a second.
Works. You can't just throw somebody directly in prison. There's a process. Things happen.
Now notice what he's doing, right? First of all, they cowards, right? They would never mention the elders of Israel. We ain't going nowhere. Everybody know who they're talking about, right? Because we're the ones who brought it up whenever we went outside that camp, when that man tucked his tail and ran inside that building.
Because don't forget that now you put them two boys in jail. You see how for 11 months. You see how you got Captain O'Shea stuff that on former member. You see how he was. This was a former member.
All right.
Yes.
So what he's trying to do, they're trying to act like, that we're so insignificant that they don't even have to mention our name. But mind you, they are dealing with a situation where we're the ones who brought it forth, because we're the ones that put up the information, because this is what he's complaining about. All right. But he said, mind you, what he said, the bishop name ain't nowhere in those documents. That man's name is Nathaniel Ray, which he claims he changed it to Nathaniel Israel. So just so that y'all know, this dude is trying to act like we're insignificant, but he's complaining about us. But he's too cowardice to mention who he's talking about. Just so y'all know. But go ahead, Elder.
He said also he said he detected. He was a detective. He said he didn't arrest those guys. Let's make that clear.
Yes.
You viewers that's listening, that's watching. He said he never arrested them. We got proof, but we'll show it.
To happen. DA, all these different things are involved before someone is just thrown in prison. So that was proven false. That didn't work. So that was failed. So now let's continue. But this is an example of one article or one witness. Read on. Verse 16.
Verse 16. If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him, that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges, which shall be in those days.
Go ahead.
And the judges shall make diligent inquisition.
Shall do what?
Make diligent inquisition.
Make diligent inquisition means diligent investigation. Judgment.
Hold on. But he said the brother pulled up the article and the court documents.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be two witnesses?
Yes.
And a diligent inquisition? Because you said he did do his due diligence.
Yes.
To find the information. You see how they lie right in front of your face? And y'all like, that's right. Yeah. He saw the devil.
Yes.
Yeah. They need to ask him how much Nathaniel pay him. See, because you don't supposed to get paid when you're teaching for the Most High. Yeah. Remember, he said, Christ said, take no money. Ask him how much do he get paid to tell lies for Nathaniel. Ask him how much you get paid.
You about to choke on all that smoke in his face, too.
Yeah. Amen. Incense. But go ahead.
Call him no sense.
That is the job of a leader or a priest or prophet, preacher. Their job is to make a diligent inquisition. Not you just go off of an article. It's not enough. If you're going to go and look for that, you got to go into the go to the court documents, which are public record.
He said he did already.
Oh, okay, well, he wasn't the arresting officer. He wasn't involved in them being thrown in prison. That's what the DA does. That's what the judge does. But a Negro does not research law or anything, will run with these things.
Wow.
Read on. They do diligent inquisition. Go ahead.
And behold, if the witness be a false witness and have testified falsely against his brother,
go ahead.
Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother.
I'm going to give you an example of a false witness. When someone says something like, hey, your leader is in Africa having sex with African babies.
Stop that right now.
It's going to come out.
See how he's mixing it.
Notice how he mixed that up. Y'all see that?
Yes.
Yep.
He hurried up and mixed that thing up so that you would think that we were the ones, because it's obvious that we were the ones that brought forth the information, because Elder Yohanan brought the legal documents showing that Nathaniel did what he lying about now. And we gonna prove it. All right. He act like nobody ain't never seen First 48. Look here, bro. We know what time it is.
Right.
But he went and then just slid over to another subject to try and make you think that we've made accusations that those people's leadership over there in Africa or whatever, that Nathaniel and them is sleeping with children. We've never made those.
We never said that.
But
we know the deal.
We wouldn't know. Particularly.
We know the deal.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We don't
Elder, we
have
know the
any
deal.
information on that. Mm-hmm.
His strategy is to pull us into the carnal garbage.
Mm-hmm.
That's his strategy.
Mm-hmm.
That's his strategy. And we know the strategy, but we have to correct this young brother right here with this smoke in his face and stuff. Because incense means burning the inner sense of the scriptures before the Most High. Again, it's not burning carnal incense.
Right.
That's stupid. You're faking the funk.
The issue that I have is that he reading the scripture that say that one man can't rise up against another man in judgment, but you need two witnesses to establish a matter, like an officer and his partner, right?
Yes.
You gonna say, well, the DA probably got something to do with the DA. Okay. But the officer and his partner, whoever they may be, they provide the evidence that the DA.
Yes. That's why it's so remarkable, because he act like nobody don't know that. Everybody see verse 48. That's what happened all day. The DA ain't gonna go down there and do any investigation. He's dependent on the officer who's investigating to give him the information so he can make a determination as to whether he gonna have the person arrested. If they don't have enough proof, he gonna say, let them go.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. But whenever you get picked up by an officer, they don't call the DA and ask the DA for permission to throw you in jail.
They don't do
They
that.
go and they throw Samuel. Wasn't you?
Yeah, I was a city of Atlanta. Center Atlanta cop, deputy sheriff.
Come on, man. Come on.
Right here in the same state where I reside.
Right. Now,
city of Atlanta, I was out there with red dogs. Red dog. We chased them out. We're gonna chase y'all out too. IUIC, we're gonna chase y'all out too.
When you was a police officer, if you wanted to go and arrest somebody because they did something that you saw, did you go and call the DA before you took them to jail, or did you arrest them? Somebody reckless driving, right?
Brother, the DA probably throw me in the jail.
That's
the DA probably throw me in jail for bugging him because he'll know I'm crazy.
Exactly. You ain't got time to call him for everything. The officer has the right to take your liberty. They can take you to jail. They don't have to ask no DA for permission to take you to jail. Okay? It's a lie.
The prosecution got to run a warrant.
Yeah.
Right. Probable cause. And to get you out your house, they go to the DA, which has to go to the judge to get a warrant to arrest you in your home.
Yeah.
That's how that works. Because that means they have enough evidence against you
to
issue the warrant. Or they're looking for something of evidence in your home that you may possess. And they have proof it may be in your home. So it's a whole thing that goes into somebody getting locked up.
Right.
And sitting
an
right
officer can lock you up. An officer can lock you up without the DA.
Yes, he can.
It happens all the time.
You know what's funny? He said one witness. Don't they? It was two detectives. That's two witnesses. That sounds like about two witnesses.
Yep. And it's more than one witness. You got the witness of the article, and you got the witness of the actual court documents. That's two witnesses. Yeah, of course, it's the witnesses of the powers that be, but there's two witnesses. So he's lying. What he's doing is he's lying to them people to make you think that Nathaniel didn't falsely arrest them brothers and threw them in jail. But we'll get to that in a moment. What you had to say, Elder Sharon?
Oh, that and a part of that, he is saying to read the Bible spiritually, right? But then he grabs the Bible and talks it and speaks about it carnally, saying the law to establish the matter. It's about getting physical witnesses because of this case. But in fact, I'm sorry, but in fact, the law to establish a matter, it's in 1 Corinthians 14, 26 and 27, 2 Corinthians 13 and 1, Deuteronomy 17 and 6 and 13.
Oh,
where it doesn't says about no physical, no person. It says to bring the God's word to say what he's saying.
And see, you ain't even a deacon, and you know that. You just an elder.
Right. I'm just a person that reads the Bible and tries to understand it.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
but
right.
The thing is that he in that video, he's how do you say it?
It's convenient for him.
His word. No, he's putting his words against his own words, saying we need to read the Bible spiritually, but then he brings it out carnally. So he's just saying lies, and he's that's the thing. That's the word.
Yes. Yeah.
And they are saying, and they're telling you, no, don't listen to this, blah 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 blah. But then he says the law, and he said it. The law to establish the matter is bring 2 or 3 witnesses, but he's not taking the Bible. He's just trying to make it convenient for him to turn the things around it and say, oh, the thing is that, no, you don't have to listen to this. No, you have to listen to the Bible.
Right.
Right.
Right. And that's how they lie. Right. That's how they lie to the people. That's how they take something that's spiritual and then they turn it to make it seem like the doctrine that they're teaching, the Bible's actually saying doing that. You explained it better than most of us could. I tell you that. But that's exactly what he's doing.
That's what the David do.
Yes.
She uses own words against him.
Yes, exactly. She used his own words against him. Cut his head off. Go ahead and finish it up, Elder. Let it play.
What is the difference between that? Because you'll say that's prophesying. Oh, yeah, it's going to be revealed that your leader is in Africa sleeping with people's children. It's going to come out. Versus slander. What's the difference? Is there like a blurred line between the two? Is there like a difference? Prophesying and saying it'll happen, it'll be revealed. You know, it's been 4 or 5 years now, and that hasn't come out yet. No parent came forward yet. Nothing. So was that prophecy? Is yet to come to pass, or was it a slander? Which one was it? It's got to be a difference. So the Bible says that when you read verse 19 again.
Then shall ye do unto him as he had thought to have done unto his brother.
So when you accuse someone of sexual deviancy, which will be, pretty much homosexuality in that instance, they're worthy of what? When a person commits homosexuality during this time, what were they worthy of? They're worthy of death. So if a person testifies against you during this time and says, you were sleeping with a man, I saw you, and it's proven false. What was that man trying to happen to that man? He's trying to get him killed. So what happens to him when he's found out to be a liar? He gets death.
So y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Try to present a judgment.
Now here he is. He's saying if you get caught lying like that, you ought to be put to death. Now
that's what he said.
He's saying that should be the judgment, right? Now let's see whether or not he's going to beg for death after we find out, because we go show it to you that he's lying. Does he want that same punishment for himself, or is he a hypocrite? We'll see. Go ahead and let it ride on out.
15 seconds, we got it.
For someone that you can't prove, especially something that severe, that punishment falls on you.
Interesting.
That's what happens. Now, let's read on.
So shalt thou put the evil.
So that's where I stopped it. Okay. Okay. So now let's deal with the witnesses, right? Shall we?
Yeah.
Because the brother said that. So the brother said that they're lying and that the bishop had nothing to do with it, and his name is not even on the document. Let's see. Let's get the documents.
Yeah, he clearly said the man's name ain't nowhere on that.
Yeah,
he clearly said it. So here's what we have to here's what we have to establish. If the man names either Nathaniel Ray or Nathaniel Israel or both are on them documents, that means that man lied.
You saw.
That's what that means.
You saw is a lie.
But he called us liars, right? Because he said we went and we got the actual documents to try and say something, this, that, and the third. Again, everybody has watched for first 48. The first thing them dudes do, if they have probable cause to believe that you committed a crime, they can throw you in jail. All right. If they want to further take your liberty away, they got to go to the DA. Right. But they don't have to go to the DA to throw you in jail. No, they don't.
Can everybody see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. So, can somebody read right down? What does that say? Who's the defendant against?
Nathaniel Ray and Michael
Rakebrant.
Nathaniel Ray and, right, sorry. And make Michael
Rakebrant, right?
Yes.
Correct.
That's one. He said his name is nowhere on the document.
Correct.
This is an official document that's filed.
Yes.
Which the world can see right here.
From way back in 2012.
Right.
Eythan lied.
Yes.
He lied. He's a liar. He a liar. Man, you're a liar.
How about
right there? You can pull it. You're a liar.
Oh, read number. Can somebody read number 4?
That.
Can somebody read number 4, please? Anybody can see that?
Says at all relevant times hereafter mentioned, defendant Nathaniel Ray.
Oops. And that's his badge number. Shield number 2299. Real easy to remember. Right.
Was employed by the city of New York as a detective.
Okay. That's important. Right. That means this ain't no beat cop. This man has been promoted to a position where he is paid to investigate. He ain't out there giving out parking tickets. Okay. This man investigates crime. That means he takes evidence and he paints a picture with that evidence to present it to a DA. He ain't a low level dude. All right. He ain't low level. But go ahead.
Is what?
Was employed by the city of New York as a detective with the NYPD. Ray is sued herein in his official and individual capacities.
Okay, so this is the lawsuit.
Yeah.
His name on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Now, we can get into the case a little bit. Then we get to number 11.
Number 11, on August 8, 2009, at or about 6 a.m., 2 black males attempted a gunpoint robbery of a convenience store located inside a gas station at 418 Coney Island Avenue in Kings County. The Coney Island Avenue robbery.
So what color were these 2 black males? Oh, so what color were these? Okay, so I already said it. Okay.
Yes.
All right, so we're going to go down.
Just to let you know, because we said he was locking his own brothers up.
Right.
So just so you know, we clear. You know, he sit up in there and he talk about how he support black people and all that other stuff. He was locking up his brothers. Right? And ain't had no evidence that they did.
Just to be clear, he was the leader of IUIC at the time.
Yes. Because that started in 2003. This is 2012.
So, can we read 22?
Verse 22. Defendant. I said verse 22. Number 2. Defendant Ray was assigned to the Brooklyn robbery squad, considered both robberies to be part of a larger pattern of at least 8 robberies, and that the men who committed the Coney Island and Neptune Avenue robberies were driving a silver Chrysler sedan.
Okay, now let's go to 26.
So this is all based upon his due diligence. He's saying the men did it. He did his investigation, his diligent search, as Deacon Eythan was talking about. And he came to the conclusion that these boys did it.
26.
Number 26. Ray falsely claimed that Sanders made various statements to him, alleging specifically that Sanders stated that he has friends who commit robberies and wear gray hoodies. Ray's claim was false.
It was what?
Ray's claim was false.
He lied.
Witness. And Ray knew it to be false.
Oops.
As Sanders never made any such statements to Ray or any other members of the NYPD. Nor was it reasonable for Ray to believe that Sanders had made such a statement.
See there? That means he made it up. He lied.
Made it up.
Okay?
Like everything.
He framed them boys for that crime. That's what he's telling you. You can sit there and you can mince words and all that other stuff. It means that man lied and took away those brothers' liberty and threw them boys in jail in Rikers Island. That's like the worst jail in the city of New York, bro. That might be one of the worst jails in the United States. That's how bad that jail is. And he took them boys and threw them in the meat grinder. But he loved his brother so. No, we don't lie. We ain't got the lie. We reading it now. Who's the liar now? How about that? Go ahead.
28.
28. 28. That lineup was viewed by Brant, who identified Sanders as one of the 2 robbers at the Coney Island Avenue robbery.
Brant, his partner, right?
Yep. As Sanders was plainly not either of the perpetrators. Brant's identification can only be understood as a byproduct of Ray's coaching and input.
He told his partner to lie. He told his partner to lie. That's what he just said. Okay? He told his partner,
he coached
I want to put them in jail for this. I need
Ray's coaching and input.
Yes. He went and he coached his partner to lie on them 2 innocent brothers.
That's what he got Eythan to do right here.
Yes. He should have just
let it.
Because this is an error.
Yes.
This is an unforced error.
31.
31.
Yes.
Notwithstanding the fact that he was more than 6 inches taller.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Are you serious, bro? That's the difference between somebody 5'8" and 6'2". Come on, bro. How you gonna make an error like that? Come on, bro.
Mr.
Go
Detective.
Ahead. Come on. Head detective. Yeah, okay.
At the Coney Island Avenue location, it was not identified by either of the robbery victims. Sanders was arrested
by
or at the direction of defendant Ray on charge he participated in the Coney Island Avenue robbery.
Did that just say that the district attorney had him arrested? Read that part again. But where's State Sanders?
That Sanders was arrested by or at the direction of defendant Ray.
Oops. See that?
Huh?
Whenever you doggone got the actual documents, right? The witness, right? The witness telling you what happened, but they don't want you to believe your lying eyes, right? They want you to go and believe their lies, because Eythan is a liar. Now that man, whatever inducement, we don't know what he gave him to make him come back, right? Because when he rolled up out of there, he was shook because he saw something. But something, probably something very lucrative, made him come back, okay? And so in order to come back, he got to do the bidding of his devil, his God, right?
Yes,
which
sir.
is to come and say, we lying, right? When all we've ever done is told the truth. And if we was wrong, we would be the first one to get up and say, you know what? We was wrong. We shouldn't have did that. We shouldn't have did that right there. That was wrong. I hope y'all forgive us. You know, we ain't got nothing against the brother personally, but we didn't do that. And he said the punishment for somebody who do something like that should be death. Right? Let's see.
He said it out his mouth. He said it out his mouth now.
It says Sanders was arrested by or at the direction of defendant Ray, Nathaniel Ray, which is Nathaniel Israel. Same guy.
Yes.
We're going to prove it too.
But go ahead. What else you got, Elton?
See, number 32. I think that's going to drive home the point of that.
Yes. Y'all can look it up yourself.
Yep.
Yes.
We're gonna put this all this information in the description so you can go click on it and look at it yourself. Say nothing we made up a doctrine.
On August 13th, 2009, around midday, Corey Phillips was driving his vehicle when he was stopped by several officers and arrested. He was transported to the 60 precinct station house and then taken to another location where he was questioned by defendant
Ray. Daniel Ray.
That's right.
37.
Neither Ray Grant nor Muhammad could reasonably have identified.
Sorry.
That's a mob.
36. There's the guy who owned. It's the guy who owned the store.
Okay.
36 and 37.
36. Khan Hamad, a civilian present at the Neptune Avenue robbery, also with coaching and input from Ray.
Oops.
Come on, Bubba.
Y'all some haters, man.
No, it ain't hate, bro. Yeah, I hate to read too. Yeah, I hate to read.
I hate reading.
Yeah, I hate reading. Yeah.
Hey, but when he finished working them with the tonsils hanging out, they'll find out he gonna work with the tonsils hanging out.
Yeah, we ain't
like they got that
lie.
young boy Asa out there working for convicts, thugs. You saying it, the best that y'all got up in line.
Yes. Read that again, 36.
36. Khan Hamad, a civilian present at the Neptune Avenue robbery, also with coaching and input from Ray, identified Phillips from the Neptune Avenue robbery. Neither Ray Grant nor Hamad could reasonably have identified Phillips from either of the two robberies, as the videos from both locations demonstrated that he was not the perpetrator.
They had proof, video evidence that the person who was on that video didn't look like the guy that they railroaded, that Nathaniel railroaded. But he told this guy, Ahmad, to identify him as the person. He said he coached him. That's what he said. Read on.
Accordingly, the positive identification of Phillips by Rembrandt and Hamad can only be understood as a byproduct of Ray's coaching and input, which rendered the process a meaningless farce.
He lied on them. He lied on them. He trumped up the charges. He got people to lie on them dudes and put them in jail. We ain't making it up. This ain't no news report. This is the actual court documents.
Bishop Nathaniel. He was a bishop. He wasn't coming in. He's not a man. He was the bishop. Your leader. Lied on those brothers, man. And I'm from Brooklyn. Nobody wants to go to Rikers Island.
No.
It's a dangerous place. People die there. So he sent those two innocent young men over there based on the lies that he told and had people tell. You guys have to understand what type of person you guys are dealing with, man. That guy is wicked.
That's right.
And here's another thing. If the DA, if the court is lying about this, when you think Nathaniel will sue them?
Yes.
If it was a lie?
Yes. That's right. He'd be suing the city of New York.
And like Elder Anderson just said, he threw him in jail, and it wasn't for 2 days. It was for 11 months, almost a year, without without their freedom, just do a lie of someone wicked and evil.
Yes, that's
They did the same thing to the pocket. They did the same thing to the pocket.
Yes.
Did the same thing to Liz.
Yes.
When that man died, did the same thing. Did the same thing with that woman talked about the blue, whatever, y'all. You know, I don't do that.
Gina Blue.
Talked about that woman. You know, anything he do to walk over anybody. But he gonna work you, IUIC members, especially you Asa and Iuic, till your tonsils hang out.
We're gonna read 40 to 42 and we're done with this document. Go to the next thing. 40 to 42 and we're done with this document.
Defendant Ray determined that both robberies were part of a larger pattern of robberies that had occurred and were still unsolved.
He was trying to clear his caseload. All right. It was 8 robberies total. He tried to use these 2 robberies that he trumped up the charges on these boys to close all the cases for them robberies that he was responsible for. Y'all see that?
Wow. By charging plaintiffs with these 2 robberies, Ray would be able to claim that all of these unsolved robberies were now closed.
Boom.
He just said it. Elder Stephen just said it.
Regardless of whether there was actually any evidence linking either plaintiff to any of the robberies. Ray manipulated and interfered with the lineup process in order to obtain false positive identifications and fabricated plaintiff Sanders' supposed statement in order to create a bias for the arrest and prosecution of the two plaintiffs.
Now, how many times have y'all seen them? And I've seen Yawasop do it, where they get up in there and they show y'all videos of these brothers who, back whenever they was young, the police came up in there, trumped up charges. Then here it is 25, 30 years later, they find out that they ain't had no evidence that the brothers did it. And they sit up in there and tell you the white man, the devil, and all that other stuff. That doggone whoever that investigator was, he was the devil, and he went and he did that because that's what they do to black people and da 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 da. And Nathaniel doing the same thing. Y'all see that? He was committed to let them brothers die in jail.
Absolutely.
He didn't care nothing about his brother. They sit up in there and they lie to y'all and get y'all convinced.
Yes.
Oh, we all in this together. We got to hang together and da. But whenever the time comes for him to rise up in the ranks at his job, he was willing to sacrifice them two brothers.
Yes.
Ain't no telling how many years them boys would have went to jail. They went and they talk about the Central Park 5, how them dudes got railroaded and all that other stuff. They talk about that like it's nothing. When he was doing the same thing. And you have to assume that this was the only time he did it. Because if he'd have rose up to that rank, he probably did it before. That's how he got the job. You saw it said he was getting ready to clear all his open cases. That's how he got down. That's telling you what he did. And here's another thing. Because everybody goes and they start talking trash when we say that IUIC covered up a murder of that girl over there in London. We say that. They say, that's a lie. We ain't this, da. You know, they described him as detective. He's a professional investigator. So, if you know, because it came out in court, that guy that killed that girl, they found her keys in that man's car. Now, any detective or investigator, if they found them keys in that man's car, that means he the last person seen it. He's an investigator, a professional detective with the NYPD. He turned
number 2299. Was it 2299?
2299. That's him. Easy to remember.
Right.
He turned around. He sent Shemaiah over there first from Atlanta, over there to London, to go and tell them people to be quiet. Right. Then he sent Zephaniah and Hoshea over there. They got posters up like lost child or lost this or whatever. Like this girl, some kind of lost pet that they trying to find. Right. Posting, putting posters up on the lamp posts and all that other stuff. Like they care about her so much, but they're over there intimidating those people, telling those people don't talk to the police to help that investigation. All right. So now here it is. They know the girl keys in his car, and they still supported that man. So when we say they help cover up a murder and use intimidation to get them people not to talk, you looking at the evidence that he did it before. Right. We ain't gotta lie on this man. He got too much evidence of his character, and y'all following him. And then y'all get up in there and act like y'all cared about that girl so much. We loved her. She was our sister. And they the ones who went and helped to cover up the case to get that boy. Right. All praises to the Most High that they still put him in jail, but they did everything that they could to get that boy off. Go ahead, Elder.
And if I'm not wrong, Elder, they found out that even when the girl was already deceased, they kept on spending her money.
Israel continued to plead his innocence. Members of the IUIC waited outside the court, and tensions between the Morgan family and the IUIC ran high.
Why did none of you from the local authority release the 997 human beings did not call the police, but you still took her £10 a month or whatever her height was. See the money that you pay monthly? You knew she was no, you knew she was you still taking her money. But why you people knew
Yeah.
After she was deceased.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what the mother said.
Like, they kept on using her card even though she was deceased, and they were protecting the guy even though they were using the money, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And the card was
That's
no
what her
longer.
mother said. Her
My mother said that.
You was taking 10 quid a month. That's what she said. That's what
Here
she
now,
said.
we're gonna go back to the here. So now this is the document. So when you guys see it, you guys can Google Sanders versus City of New York. That's the case number. So just in case you guys don't think that is Nathaniel Ray and Nathaniel Israel are the same people.
Oh, you got a second witness?
Oh yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh, man,
Need you to look.
man, I wasn't expecting a second.
And you know what it is? You know what it is? They're gonna get them over there in the simple one. They're gonna get blinded again and get back on the street, boy. Yes, sir.
We ain't made a nickel out of this. We ain't made a nickel. In case y'all don't know, number one, our site is not monetized. Number two, we don't have a Patreon. All right. So we're not getting paid by anyone. Everything that we do this because the Most High said, boy, get over there and put that video together.
That's right.
I'm just saying,
He paying us. Most High paying us.
You better keep that light on. I tell you that.
Yes.
So we keep the light. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we keep the light on here.
That's right.
So these are more court documents, which you can all look up on yourself. Y'all take a gander to look at that name right there. Whose transcripts that was?
Oh my!
What name is that?
Oh,
excerpt depth transcript of Nathaniel Israel.
Oh, who?
Hey, wait a minute. Now,
Hey,
before, if you look at the top of the page, it's saying that Nathaniel is spelled differently. You know, he's got a real unique way that he spells that name, that Y-E-L at the end, right? So we know what we're talking about. The same Nathaniel Ray, which is his government name, which we proved on that Karate Man video, right? But you can see now where he's changed the name. They're one and the same. Y'all see that?
Now, Michael Rake Brandt is another game. What's that? Right there. What's that say again?
Excerpt depth transcript of Nathaniel Israel.
That's a deposition.
Deposition. Yeah. Oh, what's this? Attachment 14.
NYPD PD5 number dated August 10, 2009, authored by Nathaniel Israel.
It's the same person. That dude sat right there and lied to y'all and said his name ain't nowhere on the document.
Both names are there.
And they're going to be scared to even question Eythan.
Yeah.
And both names are in the same document, Elder, that you're showing right now.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Both of them.
Nathaniel Ray and Nathaniel Israel.
Yes. You see both of them. So now, if he didn't do any of it, just call a thing called a judgment.
What? That was a judgment?
It's a judgment.
Against who?
The same defendant. Can we read that, please? It's beautiful being.
Oh my! Never saw that coming.
Defendant City of New York, Nathaniel Ray and Michael Rake Brandt, having offered plaintiff Corey Phillips to take a judgment against the City of New York in this action for the total sum of $250,000 plus reasonable attorney's fees, expenses, and cost to the date of this offer for plaintiff Corey Phillips. Federal claims and plaintiff Corey Phillips having accepted said offer, it is ordered and adjudged that
the judge slammed the gavel on and said, "This is what's going to be."
Yes,
just the ruling.
That judgment is hereby entered pursuant to Rule 68 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure in favor of plaintiff Corey Phillips against the city of New York in the total sum of $250,000 plus reasonable attorney's fees, expenses, and costs.
This was rendered a judgment against Nathaniel Ray and his partner for what he did. So this is the judgment seen signed by Brooklyn Court and the judge. This is what his name is right here, Nathaniel Ray. Spelled correctly. Yes. Malik Sanders and Corey Phillips, $250 apiece. Y'all see that?
Y'all see that docket number, that judgment number, so they can look it up themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna get more on this before I close this out. We're gonna get more on this thing because we don't want to be made to be liars out here.
No.
Okay. So now we're gonna pull up an article. So you like to say you don't have witnesses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me get this thing here. Be patient with me.
Yeah. We just a bunch of liars. Okay, we don't know nothing. You know, you just come and you just feed us excrement and we just gonna sit there and eat it. Man, you crazy.
Now, can we read this, please?
2 Brooklyn men awarded $500,000 for wrongful arrest.
Is that not $250,000 apiece? I don't know if my math might be off.
Yes, that's what that is.
Okay, let's go.
The Pierceman firm, PLLC, July 22, 2015, wrongful arrests. Malik Sanders and Corey Phillips cleared by DNA evidence. This will pay $500,000 to settle a federal lawsuit for 2 Brooklyn men who were falsely arrested for 11 months for a series of robberies they did not commit.
A lot of them over there in prison.
Yeah, that's right.
I read a scripture that said,
"Better shut up."
A false act is worse than death.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to DNA evidence and surveillance video, Malik Sanders.
But I want to stress that out. Thanks to the white man evidence.
Yes. Yes. That's right.
This Negro put him in jail.
One. Just like
Thanks
to
the white man evidence.
Yeah, just like Pilate was the righteous one when it came down to Christ. That's right. All of them Pharisees wanted their brother dead, and this man wanted his brother locked up forever so he could clear his case loan. How about that?
Right.
Go ahead.
DNA evidence and surveillance video, Malik Sanders and Corey Phillips were cleared of the robbery charges against them. A video from one of the robberies shows the assailants were both the same height, but Sanders is an astounding 6 feet tall and remarkably shorter.
Wow.
This man about to go to prison for dear life.
Look at what that
and
thing
went to prison.
That thing's saying. The video shows that the assailants was 6'2". One of the guys is 6'6", which is way taller than 6'2". And the other guy is like 5'8".
Come on, man.
Come on, man. You gonna pick them dudes, man? It's obvious like it's not them. But he was willing to go on ahead and put everything on the line to put them brothers in jail.
Yes.
That's right. Now, we ain't lying. Go ahead, keep reading.
A spokesman for the law department stated the settlement was in the best interest of the city based on the evidence. Legal fees amounting to $250,000 will also be paid by the city. How do you put a price on justice?
Injustice.
On
injustice.
2 lives were turned upside down and their civil rights violated.
They violated their civil rights. That's what they claim that they fighting for. Black people's civil rights. Then he turned around and he violated those brothers' civil rights. And he is at this time the leader of Israel United in Christ.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
You know?
That's their God.
That's their God.
They put him on a horse.
Yeah.
Put him on a horse.
Exactly.
Parade him around. Cussing out the women and everything. The men just still bow down to him. Poor children.
Go ahead and read it out.
This is pathetic.
Yes. Yes.
Time is something we cannot get back, and jail isn't a pleasant experience for anyone. Their lawyer, Michael Loomer, stated, while nothing will make up for the 11 months Malik and Corey spent wrongly imprisoned, this resolution will help them reclaim their lives.
That was taken away by Bishop Nathaniel Israel. That's right. So come on, bro. You sitting up in there talking about we lying? Everybody just read it. And again, all of the information that you're reading is gonna be in the description. You'll be able to click it yourself, read it yourself ad nauseum. So we're not making up anything.
Nothing.
When somebody come up in there and they call you a liar, right? The difference between us and the next guy, right, is we got a platform to defend ourselves. All right. If somebody say something, trust me, we gonna go up and we gonna do a video on. We ain't gonna wait. Well, let's get a month together before we go back and address this issue. We on the spot.
On site.
We're gonna deal with that issue like that.
With all the incidents.
That's right. We ain't gonna sit up in here and wait till, the thing happened in like 2009. Here it is, 2024. This man sitting up here trying to call us liars when we know that they got the actual evidence. Now and a lot of people might say, well, that evidence comes from, so-called Esau and all that other stuff. Now, would the Most High accept the evidence of a Gentile? Do y'all think the Most High would accept the evidence of a Gentile? Let me show y'all something. Let me show y'all something. Because these guys are lying liars, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing you could do with a lying liar is show him he's a lying liar.
A big liar. Never liars.
That's what we're going to do here. We're going to go. Where's the one with the... let's go to this one right here. See whether or not we can find something interesting that most people already...
That man could tell lies so fast. They don't know Nathaniel. Nathaniel would tell lies so fast.
Right.
His doctrine is all messed up.
Right.
All messed up. The man don't care nothing about y'all.
There's this guy by the name of Cyrus. Right. There's this other guy by the name of Esdras. He wrote this, right? Guess where he got it from? Cyrus. That's the witness. Cyrus the witness now. Read that for me, Elder.
First Esdras chapter 2 and verse 1. In the first year of Cyrus, king of the Persians. that the word of the Lord might be accomplished, that he had promised by the mouth of Jeremy.
That's Jeremiah.
Verse 2. The Lord raised up the spirit of Cyrus, the king of the Persians.
He raised up
King
his
of
doctrine.
Persia. Yes.
His doctrine became
He got
the
spiritual
overriding
understanding.
doctrine. That means he anointed. All right.
Yes.
Cyrus had the doctrine. That's why they call him
King of Persia.
That's right.
King of Persia.
That's right. Go ahead.
And he made proclamation through all his kingdom, and also by writing.
So
He
what
translated
you're
it.
about to read, Ezra got from Cyrus. The Most High made him put it in the Bible. Will he accept the word of this man?
Verse 3, saying, Thus saith Cyrus, king of the Persians, the Lord of Israel, the Most High Lord, hath made me king of the whole world.
That's his witness.
Yes.
He said that. Ezra signified it by writing it in the Bible. Read.
Verse 4, and commanded me to build him an house at Jerusalem in Jewry.
That means Cyrus got the doctrine.
Let me get a
Getting
second.
ready. He getting ready to teach the Israelites the doctrine that they forgot after being in captivity under the Babylonians for 70 years. That's what he just told you. Cyrus
He gonna
got
give
the
it to
Jerusalem doctrine.
Yes.
Right. Let me get a second witness. Hold on, Elder. 2 Chronicles 36:22. Okay, go ahead, Elder. Go ahead, Elder.
The Most High give it to who he want to give it to.
Yes. Yes.
He searched out the hearts and reins of man. But we know the deal. We know who they are. Pharisees. And they're gonna fight to the end, tell lies, run over folks, charge folks, get a paycheck. Lava get paid. Shemaiah get paid. Amaziah get paid. That's how they pay some of their bills. They get paid, y'all. IUIC members, y'all paying thugs to be your leadership. They thugs.
We don't even accept donations. We don't even accept donations.
Yes.
Understand that. Okay.
Yes.
Our site is not monetized. We ain't making no money off this YouTube page.
Nah.
All right. So y'all ain't paying us. Because the Most High said it's free. That's what he said.
Yes.
Read that, Elder.
2 Chronicles chapter 36 and verse 22. Now in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia, that the word of the Lord spoken by the mouth of Jeremiah might be accomplished. The Lord stirred up the spirit of Cyrus, king of Persia.
He anointed. He the Messiah.
Yes.
They call him Messiah.
Yes.
Read.
That he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom, and put it also in writing, saying, verse 3, Thus saith Cyrus, king of Persia, all the kingdoms of the earth hath the Lord God of heaven given me, and he charged me to build him an house in Jerusalem.
Wait a minute.
Spiritual
He
house.
charged Cyrus
to
bring the
spiritual
doctrine
house
back. Y'all see that?
Spiritual house. A spiritual house.
He gave it to Cyrus. All right.
Yes.
Read.
To build me an house in Jerusalem.
Jerusalem is the spiritual doctrine. Cyrus understands the spiritual doctrine.
We got his doctrine too. Cyrus, the Persian king doctrine. We got it.
Royal law. Because
yes,
the royal law.
Yes.
Which is in Judah. Who is there among you of all his people?
He asking the question. Asking the question. You have to examine yourself. He asking you a question.
Yes.
The Lord, his God, be with him, and let him go up.
Let me teach you this doctrine.
Yes.
Another one.
The Most High gave it to Cyrus.
Isaiah 44. We're going to go 24 to 28. Isaiah 44, 24 through 28. This is Cyrus. We'll get more on this Cyrus. You saying Gentiles can't get it. It's Cyrus. I know Elder taught
Why
this
they
class.
over there? Yeah. Why they over there doing a disco dance? These people about to get Christ doctrine.
Right.
That's
right.
They went on a rocket ship. These Gentiles, the true Gentiles, the original Gentiles, the one you supposed to talk, about to get the doctrine. He gonna teach them. And it's in the scripture. God himself said he gonna teach them.
Where you want to start at, Elder?
Right there, 28, 4 verses.
Okay.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 24. Saith the Lord, thy Redeemer, and he that formed thee from the womb.
Your mind.
It's your mind. Yep.
I am the Lord that maketh all things.
All doctrines.
That stretched forth the heavens alone. That spreadeth.
All them leaderships. All those leadership, everybody been elevated. Psalms 148 and 1. That's heaven when you elevate it. Leadership.
That spreadeth abroad the earth by himself.
Lord did, right? What does it do?
Verse 25. That frustrateth the tokens of the liars.
Like Eythan just did. That was a token lie, he said.
Yes.
And burning that incense. And burning that incense.
Yes.
The incense is a token. We explain what incense mean. It's not burning that carnal fire. You the stick supposed to be with the fire.
Yes.
He said burn that incense and you the stick. You the candlestick.
Yeah. You would. You tree.
With the fire. Yes.
Yeah.
You the stick with the sweet aroma. Teaching sweet words to the Most High.
Yep.
It ain't got nothing to do with all that witchcraft stuff they doing.
You would think the Most High got a nose. You would think the Most High got a nose big as Delaware. Come on, man.
That witchcraft mess.
All he do is just smell incense. Man, get out of here, bro.
Yeah, we got the scriptures on incense. Incense, that's what it is. It's the insight for the inner man to understand. That's all it is. The spiritual man, you burn the incense. We explained in the beginning of the class, all that token liars y'all do. Passover, token lie. You never killed the old man. Pentecost, you never bringing in the first fruit to no spiritual interpretation. And it got nothing to do with carnal food. You can't feed the Most High no carnal food.
Right.
It ain't get in tabernacle dwelling in your house because all of y'all in the wilderness right now because you don't understand the thing what we talking about.
Right.
Yes. And let the Most High dwell in you while you're in the wilderness till you find the right path of the precept, the scriptures, to start serving him and him only. Go ahead.
And maketh diviners mad.
Diviners. Somebody who divine, that's a prophet. So he frustrates the tokens of liars. That was a lie that Eythan just told him. And he make those liars mad. That's what's going to happen as a result of whenever they see this video.
They gonna see it.
We ain't gonna let them lies. We ain't gonna let them liars lie. We're gonna call them out because that's what the job of the watchman.
Yeah, we got the authority from the most by God Himself.
Yes,
God Himself. He said, "Tear down them altars, all them idol worshipers." He said, "Tear down, y'all worshiping idols, idols."
Right. That's right.
Yes, you defile the Most High sanctuary, and they don't even have a clue to what I'm talking about. They just at a big party with drunks with Bibles.
I know that's right. So give me the book of Jameson, first chapter. But go ahead, read that, Elder.
That turneth backward and maketh their knowledge foolish.
See there?
Carnal knowledge.
It's foolishness with God. See that? That stuff that he did, right? All of that, so he went and put on all that show to try and make it seem like we lied, right? But the Most High, he frustrated that thing. And he made them look foolish. Now they look foolish. The man say the man name ain't in nothing. And we keep reading Nathaniel Israel and Nathaniel Ray. The man say the bishop name ain't nowhere near that stuff. It ain't in none of that stuff. That's what he said. And y'all
all over the pages.
You can believe him or you can believe your lying eyes because we sure read.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Elder, when we finish, can we pull 1 Timothy 3?
Absolutely, we can.
Isaiah chapter 44 and verse 26. That confirmeth the word of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messengers, that saith to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited.
Y'all gonna get this spiritual doctrine. His servants gonna give y'all the spiritual doctrine. Those are the messengers. Those are the angels. All right? That's the prophets that's teaching you the spiritual doctrine. Read.
And to the cities of Judah, ye shall be built.
You're going to build the doctrine up. Them people, listen, don't get caught up in Solomon building some kind of big temple and all that other stuff. He might have built the temple, but he was building a doctrine. That's the house he was building. Ezekiel was doing the same thing. They building a house. A house is a congregation, a doctrine. All right? That's what they was building. All of that carnal stuff that them people got, Solomon had everything with gold, everything was top notch. They had all kind of jewelry and precious stones and all that. Man, precious stones is men, all right? And precious doctrines. Y'all don't know what any of that stuff means. It's all, every bit of it is a metaphor. And y'all don't even see it because y'all following these men. Read.
And I will raise up the decayed places thereof.
Place mean doctrine.
Those
Place mean doctrine. All right. All them doctrines that everybody forgot. Some people gonna come, they're gonna look at the Bible and they're gonna say, oh, wait a minute, that's saying something else. That's how them decayed places gonna raise up. People thinking that it mean this, and then the prophet's gonna come and say, well, this word mean this word means that. They're gonna translate what it means.
Yes.
Read.
Verse 27, that saith to the deep, be dry, and I dry up thy rivers.
All that understanding.
All that understanding ain't gonna be nothing no more.
Nothing.
New doctrine gonna take over. Christ's doctrine. That's the 2 or 3 precepts that y'all seeing demonstrated now.
Verse 28, that saith of Cyrus, is my shepherd.
Ain't a shepherd a prophet?
Yes, sir.
He's a prophet.
And shall perform all my pleasure.
He gonna do what I told him to do. I'm giving him the doctrine. He telling you. He gave the doctrine to Cyrus.
Most High said they'll listen to Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 6. He said they're gonna do what I tell them to do. And it's he gonna give it to them. They're gonna do it. We're gonna break. I wanna, if we got time, I don't know how long y'all
no.
class is.
Yeah.
But I want to break down the incense so that nut can get that smoke out of his face.
We're gonna break that down next.
Yeah.
Even saying to Jerusalem, thou shalt be built, and to the temple, thy foundation shall be laid.
They was building a doctrine. Listen, when Nehemiah went down there and he started building that wall, it ain't talking about no big wall that's however many stories high. He talking about the man building a doctrine. Okay? The wall is the doctrine. Whenever the children of Israel was building them pyramids and all that other stuff, putting that brick together for Pharaoh, they was building his doctrine, y'all.
Doctrine.
That's what that's talking about. It ain't talking about.
Oh, they gonna get it.
It ain't talking about them building no pyramids and all. A city is a doctrine. All right?
They don't built up IUIC. Yes, they built up IUIC and doggone 3 men came over there and tore it all down. Exactly. And now the other elders, boy, they just tear them all up. They
don't want to see these other elders out here. They don't want to see.
No, they don't want to see them.
Y'all don't want to see these elders. That's all you had, Elder? You had it?
Yes, sir. No. Here's what I was paid someone to say about this whole situation.
Okay, go ahead.
It's 24. He said, the Lord is my redeemer, right? Then he said, on 28, he says, thus said of Cyrus, he is my what?
Shepherd.
So,
shepherd.
See what I'm saying? That's what he's talking about. And perform all my pleasure. So he's following the Lord. He's following the Lord.
Yes.
So the Lord gave him the word. So that means that Cyrus is what? He's the child of Israel.
Yes.
Yes. He's Israel.
Say that. He's Israel.
He's Israel.
That's right.
He's Israel.
Right. He converted. That's what he followed Israel's example. He converted. That's what he's telling you. There's gonna be a lot of them Gentiles gonna convert. And they ain't gonna care nothing about what some dummy out there in a doggone Africa Bambaataa outfit he ain't gonna care nothing about what that man got to say. Period.
Yes.
You're gonna tell the Injustice League to go back home. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
We're done cosplaying now, guys. Okay. It's time to get in the real world now. Okay.
Yeah, bro. We ain't playing over here.
That's right.